Here's the lineup. I have an obsession with Olipop. Shout out this perfume. It's so good. Hello, welcome back. It's been a long time and I guess a lot has happened. I got a job. I can't remember if I mentioned that in my last video or not, but yeah, I got a new job. Been pretty busy with that, and then I moved to be closer to the job. And yeah, I guess I don't have any more excuses not to be posting anything, because I'm more than settled here, and yeah, things are going fine. I think I'm just gonna talk about random stuff today. It's hot. It's hot here in Texas. It's been getting up to like 100 plus lately. I guess you could say I have a green thumb. Okay, okay, movies. So I saw The Backrooms shortly after it came out, and I don't want to spoil it. I was already a fan of the original, or you know, the Kane Pixels version on YouTube, and I've probably mentioned it already. That series was really good, so if you haven't seen it or the movie version, I guess I'll just hold my opinions. I won't review it because, yeah, I'll let you see it. I wanted to see Disclosure Day, but I haven't yet. I've avoided reviews about it, but inevitably I'll see like comments here and there, and it doesn't seem like people were too impressed with it. So, I don't know. I might still see it eventually. Another one I want to see, Obsession, I heard was really good. I saw the trailer for it, like the really simple trailer where they're just like sitting like in a restaurant having dinner. The other movie I want to see, this is actually Netflix. What is it called? Oh, it's called Below. It's got Josh Hart in it. Haven't seen him in forever. But yeah, it looks like a good thriller mystery. I love a good thriller. UFO stuff. Okay, so they started dropping the so-called disclosure a couple months ago now, and I did keep up with it at first. Like maybe the first 2 releases or 2 drops, whatever they were calling it. And not gonna lie, like I kind of lost interest. I mean, I've also been really busy with work, but I don't know. I still don't know what to think of it at this point, right? Because they're just showing us what they want to show us. Like, what would they have to gain by actually revealing like real information and real secrets? I don't know. And what about the whole Epstein thing? Like, is that ever going to come to a conclusion? I don't know. I just haven't kept up with any of that stuff. Speaking of UFOs, so today's Friday. 2 days ago, it was at lunchtime. I was sitting outside with a couple coworkers eating lunch, and I saw a couple objects in the sky. So this was like Fort Worth area, and it was actually near a construction site, and yeah, I was sitting there and I looked up, and it was, you know, about a block away, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? And the first one I saw was like a white object, and it was fairly small, but it was like just moving straight up. And then that's when I noticed the second object, and it was also white, and it was moving laterally to the left. And my coworkers saw it too, because I pointed it out, and they weren't too interested, because, you know, we were about to eat lunch, so I didn't want to pull out my phone because they don't know about my UFO interest, and I don't want to reveal that at a new workplace, so I just had to like look at it and try to take it in. But yeah, I don't know what it was. And then they just kind of faded out of view, and they weren't completely spherical. They were like I said, small. Definitely no like aircraft or anything. They were way too close to the construction site, way too small. Maybe had kind of a weird shape, just like an odd shape. Yeah, that's that. More UFOs. I made a list. Oh, Bob Lazar. Okay, I could share my theory about Bob Lazar. I think I did already talk about my thoughts on the Bob Lazar documentary that came out a few months ago. It was pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. They did a lot of like reenactments of his descriptions. Okay, here's my theory, and actually it's not originally my theory. I think someone on Reddit said this years ago. When the Area 51 whistleblower was originally interviewed, hold on. If you Google it, it says in 1989, Bob Lazar came forward in an anonymous television interview on KLAS TV in Las Vegas using the pseudonym Dennis and keeping his face in shadow. And that's when he made his claims. Okay, I found the timeline. So it was May of 1989 that Lazar first appeared anonymously using the pseudonym Dennis in interviews with George Knapp on KLS TV. It was November of 89 when he steps forward, drops the pseudonym, and reveals his identity on television. Okay, so that's from May to November. That's 6 months. I've got fried brain. It's Friday. Okay, so 6 months later, he then decides to reveal his identity for some reason. And then going forward, what's the story? Well, so many people doubt him. And then, you know, here come all the questions like, oh, well, is he really who he says he is? Like, did he really work at Area 51? Did he even attend, you know, MIT or whatever his claim was about his school? Why is there no record of him at, you know, all these places? Why does his background not check out, basically? Right, that's what the main focus has been, if he's a fraud or not. Well, the theory that this person on Reddit had, I thought was pretty interesting. So, what if the person that we know and love as Bob Lazar is actually not the original whistleblower? What if he was brought on later, 6 months later, to play the part of the whistleblower? Because, as I just read, the original one had their face obscured in the interview. And when I see old footage of that original interview, because it was in the 80s, I don't know if you guys remember, but that was really common back then. Like, they would, like on crime documentaries and stuff like that, where they want to keep somebody's identity obscured, they would do that. I don't know what the word is for it. Like, they would film them in complete darkness, or have them kind of like backlit so they just look like a silhouette. That's what they did for that original interview, which is still kind of weird, because it's like, well, you're claiming to work at this super top secret facility. Like, I think they can narrow it down based on your silhouette. And then, bless you. And then what gets me though is, if anybody ever shows footage of that original interview, you can hear his voice, and it's like, oh, that's undeniably, that's Bob Lazar's voice, right? Like, he has a very distinct, kind of like nerdy voice. I wonder though if the original, I wish I could find the original broadcast, because I wonder if maybe they originally obscured his voice too. You know how back in that same era of television documentaries, they would like drop the voice really low, like distort the voice to keep their identity secret. I wonder if maybe they did something like that, or if it was a different person they could have gone back and edited it. That would have been easy to do even in 1989, to have like found this Bob Lazar guy to act as an actor, and then just have him like do some voiceovers and edit that together over the original interview, and then every time you reference it, just show the new edited version, so it reinforces like, oh yeah, this is the guy this is the guy making those claims. And then to kind of like redirect people, and you know, they start to make claims that like, oh well, he didn't, you know, he made up his background, he's not actually educated from such and such school, and there's no records of him at this other place, and just to throw people off the trail. And then of course the real whistleblower would be long gone by then, obviously. So just a thought. It kind of reminds me of the other thing, the Area 51 caller. I've probably talked about this. I mean, if you're into this kind of stuff, you definitely know what that is. There's a bug in here. It was the guy who called up Coast to Coast AM, and he sounds like super frantic, and he's all panicked. If you haven't heard it, I encourage you to go look it up. It's called Coast to Coast AM, Area 51 caller. It'll be there. And then apparently that guy did call back several months later and claimed that it was a hoax, but I don't know, not everybody believes it. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting theory. I could totally see that being the case too. Just throwing everybody off the trail. Oh, because I did, you know, I use YouTube extensively. I always read through the comments on Bob Lazar videos, and I've managed to find maybe like 2 people who said they saw the original airing, and I asked both of them. Well, only one person responded, and I was like, do you happen to remember like what his voice sounded like? And he said he thought they distorted the voice of the original Bob Lazar interview, of the original Area 51 KLS TV interview. But I mean, that was over 35 years ago, so you don't know. I wish I could find it. I've thought about contacting KLAS TV. I wonder if they have like an archive, if they would give me that if I asked for it. The LHC, Large Hadron Collider, apparently they've shut it down for a few years to make it more powerful or something, to renovate. I don't think we need that. Okay, I do remember talking about this. This is celebrity stuff, so if you're not into this, you can skip forward. I remember mentioning Bella Hadid because she's fabulous and she lives the dream. There were these pictures of her with this dude, this cowboy guy, or this cowboy looking guy. In one of my last videos, she had been spotted with this mystery man, and people didn't know who he was, and then they said, oh, it's just a family friend, or maybe people thought maybe he was like a bodyguard. Well, turns out they were on a date, because she and that other guy were like, you know, her boyfriend, were on and off again. This one, the one who hatfished her, the one who got arrested earlier this year, and this new guy, they're not like in a relationship, but I think they were just on a date. And then now that the public has found out, I mean, we have the guy's name and everything. Apparently he's like super rich. He's like some real estate developer from Colorado or something like that. The headlines are kind of funny because they're saying she's definitely single, and then it says that that's news to her ex-boyfriend that he thought they were still together. Oh, and then people were making comments saying like, why would you say that in public? Why would you say you thought you were still together? Oh, anyway, just thought I would drop that bit of celebrity news, celebrity gossip. It's ridiculous, but I love it. So one of my viewers said that he recently he got a longboard because of me, which is awesome and makes me really happy. I hope it's a ton of fun, and I hope you're not bombing any hills, because that's really dangerous. Please be careful. Have fun with that. I I love longboarding. I've not been this year. I think I may have gone out once or twice last year, but it's just so hot. Maybe once it cools off, I can go outside. Does that make me an influencer? I influence people now? That's wild. My longboard, it has physical therapy resistance bands hanging on it. Oh, more celebrity stuff. Keke Palmer probably has a bit of a romance with the Hot Ones guy, because they've had good chemistry together, and everybody's really excited about that because they both seem like really nice people and deserve to be happy. Anyway, okay, I've also been on a memoir kick. I've read the Minka Kelly one. She's an actress. I've never seen her in anything, but I just always knew she was like really pretty and an actress. It's wild because when you look at her, you think, oh wow, she's probably been really wealthy her whole life. Like, she just kind of has that like wealthy face, but actually she grew up super poor. I won't give it all away. I mean, you could Google it, but yeah, her childhood was like really crazy and traumatic. I'm just like on this memoir kick. Right now I'm on the Leah Remini one. She's a lady from that sitcom, and she talks about her experience with Scientology. And yeah, it's pretty wild how Scientology works, and like how they pull people in and manage to take so much from them, like so much money and like time and just devotion from people. Yeah, so I got this job, and it's going well. Like, my last job, it served me all right, but like, the work had dried up, and there were a lot of like structural changes, and they were just like getting rid of people. So yeah, this new place, it's been good. Been there a few months already, and I guess I've proven myself enough. Like, they know generally what to expect of me. It pays well. I will say that the AI thing it's changing a lot. It's affecting a lot of things, and to the point where like pretty much every week we're having like meetings about it, and like how to, you know what I mean? Like, they're having to establish policies on like what we can use and how to use it. And like, I was given something to do a few weeks ago, and even I was not totally up to date on how to best use the AI tool. And I was just kind of doing things, not the old-fashioned way, but in a more hybrid approach. But I guess I wasn't moving fast enough, and then someone showed me how to like better use it, and I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked. I left work that day, and I was just kind of like, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, this changes a lot. Like, I knew AI was good, but I didn't realize it was that good, because it speeds things up so quickly. We're expected to use it now, and we're expected to keep up with these new demands. The old days are dead for what I do, and it's so weird. Like, I even, out of curiosity, I looked up the job description of the job that I actually like applied to and got the offer for, the job I'm doing right now, like the literal posting, and nowhere in the job description does it even mention AI. Nowhere. You know, it's more like old school stuff, and literally just since I've started, it's just like AI everything. Like, you have to use it, and you have to use it like efficiently and expertly. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's like at my last job, I had become a workaholic. That's where I really learned. That's where I got all my like experience from, and I would just stay super busy figuring something out, working on something for hours and hours. And now you can just like ask your AI assistant, and it'll figure stuff out like within seconds or minutes or whatever, depending on what it is. And so I don't know, on one hand it's like, okay, that's cool. It's like, I guess it makes my job easier in a way, but I'm also afraid of like the kinds of effects this is gonna have. I keep hearing about layoffs. Like, oh, so many people are getting laid off. The C-level executives can cut costs, you know, now that they have all these AI tools. And if they can get away with it, they absolutely will get rid of more and more people. But like a lot of my team already comes in super early. I go in early. Like I'm so exhausted. I've never been a morning person, and I get it. This job, it pays a lot more than my old one, but some days I go to my job and I think, oh wow, this is nice. I'm so lucky. Like it's like a cushy job, you know. I can't believe I'm here. I should think about like retirement plans and stuff like that. But then other days when you get pulled into a meeting, the big bosses are talking about this and that and the new expectations, and then you've got all this office politics. And I mean, for the record, I'm not saying anything bad about my employer. I'm just saying this is typical anywhere. It just makes me wonder like what's gonna happen. I'm so afraid it's gonna end up becoming like a really cutthroat environment, and people are gonna have to start working longer and longer hours just to like try to secure their job to survive like budget cuts and layoffs and stuff. It's got me kind of worried. It's just funny because like I worked so hard. This was not a career that I just like went straight into. Like I've had like a lot of jobs doing random stuff when I finally decided to do this, and then I do this, and now all the AI stuff is taking over. And I mean, it's not like I'm gonna quit my job. Like it's still a good job, obviously. I just don't know if it's secure. But I don't know what else I would do. Like I don't know what the options are, because like this was supposed to be it. This was supposed to be like the golden ticket to security and like financial freedom. Just curious how everybody else is feeling, because obviously this is something that's like, I think the vibe of what I just described is at my workplace. Like probably other people are having the same thoughts, but it's not really something you can just start openly discussing. I'm glad to be here, obviously. What's everybody else going through? Because things change so fast. If my job that I'm doing right now, if the description had been written today, it would have mentioned AI extensively. You know, that's how fast things are changing. Oh, we want to talk about diarrhea. What is it called? Cyclosporia or something? Explosive diarrhea. Luckily, I haven't had any run-ins with cyclosporia, the parasite that causes explosive diarrhea. I've also been avoiding produce. I think it's been like at least 2 weeks now. I haven't had any fruit or raw veggies. I don't like it. I want to have some blueberries, but I really don't want diarrhea. Part of me wonders if I don't want to say it's giving 2020 era reporting vibes, but I do know that they originally said, oh, it's the lettuce, don't eat lettuce, and then like a few days later or a week later they're like, oh, just kidding, we don't know where it's from, it could be anything. Is this even real? Because I don't know anybody who's gotten it yet, and it's supposed to be in Texas. I mean, it's supposedly all over the country, but comment below. Drop your experience in the comments. Let us know if you had it. Let me know if you have any recommendations. I mean, if there's anything you want me to talk about. I know I did that poll, and I think everybody wanted more UFO paranormal stuff. I mean, I definitely know more than the average person, but I don't really know what else to say about it, other than like, when I see something in the sky, I'll definitely tell you about that, because it's my own reporting. But I don't know, there's a lot of good channels that talk about that stuff exclusively. I wish I could be more organized. Yeah, what I'm doing right here, just like relaxing on my bed after work, like this is pretty much all I do these days. Like I don't really have energy for anything else. I haven't worked out in forever. Oh my gosh, you guys, these walls at this apartment are like really thin. It's a nice place. Oh, I guess I can't show you. Yeah, I said I moved a bit of a downsize, but overall like a nicer area to live. So that's good. Let me know what's up in everybody else's life. Like what are you all doing these days? What's on your mind? How are you affected by AI, and like, are you concerned about it? Did you get the parasite? Do you know anyone who got the parasite? Tell me about your diarrhea. No, just kidding. Oh, tell me, what do you think about the Bob Lazar theory? The Area 51 whistleblower theory. Tell me what you think. Fun fact, I have never owned a television as an adult because I've always ever just had a projector. I think it's way better. Doesn't that look real? This is what we do. Oh, there's another one. Another cat. Yeah, this is what we do every night. We put on one of these videos. It has, I don't know if you can hear that, it has rain sounds. This is our yoga dog. One cool thing about my job is that I get to listen to a lot of podcasts and music. I think I've already listed off all my favorite podcasts, so I won't talk about those again. But I will tell you a list of music I like. Let's see if I can remember them all. Wet Leg. Funny name for a band. Who else? Olivia Dean. Suki Waterhouse. I'll put the other ones on the screen. I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of them right now. I get my books at the library. So I went shopping and I needed a lamp, and the ones they had were just like too big for this tiny space. So I just went with this weird little little thing. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of cool. Ooh, it's got different colored. That's off. This is the warm light, cold, neutral, off. But you can even adjust the intensity. There it is. It's down low right now. Oh. Make it bright again. Isn't that cool? Anyway. Yeah, here's Leanne Morgan. Yeah, I recommend her stand-up for sure. She's super southern, pretty funny. She talks about like normal. I mean, she lived all of her life like as a normal person. Like she didn't find fame until she was like 60. So it's interesting to learn about that. But yeah, here's the one I'm reading right now. These are all library books, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not done with this one. I'm like halfway through that one. Yeah, I also got the Amy Poehler one. Her little sister skit was always really funny. Was it Andy's little sister on Conan? Yeah, she's funny. Demi Moore. I'm saving this one for last because if you know anything about Demi Moore, well, I don't know. Sometimes I hold off on certain books because I feel like I'm not, like, I gotta be in a certain headspace to be able to get through it. I haven't been able to make any friends since moving, and I don't expect to make any friends at work because that's never a good idea. So that's why I read books. On my shopping trip, I got this bag, this really nice olive color. There you go, yeah. It's really rich olive color. But I've been getting into like the whole color season thing. Like based on your skin tone. like based on your skin tone, what looks good on you. Well, I guess it's not just your skin tone, it's also like your hair color and your overall coloring. Like you can be a winter, like you can be a winter, or you can be a spring, summer, autumn. I think I might be a soft autumn, but I can't prove it. Maybe soft autumn bordering on soft summer.